As a person who's done a lot of reviews and looking at things from a logical standpoint, what happens when you stop and start to look at yourself? What do you end up seeing when the thing that you're reviewing is you? Before we begin, I just want to do things a little differently this time around. There's going to be 2 shoutouts, but only because of certain circumstances that took place. Me not uploading in like a week. But the first shoutout's going to go to SilverGhost. The next one's going to go to PIXL Eternity. SilverGhost is the one who drew the adorable fan art that you saw in the intro. Personally, I didn't know that you could draw this cute. I mean, why didn't you tell me? You've been hiding this from me, SilverGhost, and I'm not too happy about that. And the second one goes to PIXL Eternity. He or she are responsible for the banner that you see on my channel and the filter that you see on my profile picture. Just giving you a quick heads up, the banner will be changing soon because I am still trying to evolve the channel. So I left it up for about a week and a half just so it can get some more exposure and so more people can run into it. I'll leave it up also by the end of the day, and by the end of the day my time, like midnight. But yeah, I'll leave links to both their Twitter and their channel in the description below. If any of you guys have any fan art or any creations that you want to show on my channel or you want featured on my channel, hit me up. I'll leave links in the description below on how you can contact me. I can't wait to see how you guys get creative and, more importantly, how you guys dive into imagination. So as you may have seen, my uploads have been slowing down, and like, I know my 400 goal is right around the corner and I'm not really that close, but you know what, from the time of recording this, I'm still 2 days away. You never know what may happen. Lately, I don't know what's been going on, but with every video that I've been working on for the past week and a half, even right before my last one, the hot variant video, I just wasn't fond of the way everything was coming out. Like, it wasn't that I didn't like uploading or whatever. I love that, and you see it. Whenever I find something I can upload, I will definitely do that. But it was just the fact that, like, when I finished editing a video, I would look over it and I would say, you know what, I'm not too fond of the way this came out, and this isn't something that I would really want to rewatch myself. And I'll be honest, I was this close to dropping the HOTS variant video because I just wasn't fond of the way it was constantly coming out. But I just put it up anyway because it was like, you know what, whatever. And still to this day, I still am thinking about reworking that video. I mean, but I don't want to end up just copy pasting or just redoing a video that I've already done. That just feels lazy and unoriginal to me. I also want to apologize in case if this video seems a little rambly or a little like off point or a little off focus. This is one of my I guess you could say off the cuff or rambly kind of videos. I just feel like I have to make this kind of video because if I don't, I won't really reach that true goal that I'm aiming for. Like, I won't be able to reach what I'm actually trying to do. And furthermore, if I don't put this kind of video out there, I feel like it's going to just hold me back even further and my progress will only decline and wane and get worse. And that's the last thing I want to do, especially when I've gotten this far. I know to many people it may seem like I didn't get too far, but there's a lot more to it just being just my YouTube channel or just me streaming for the year and a half, maybe I think, yeah, year and a half before I quit that, and I mean, working on Project X. There's a whole big thing behind all of it. And if you're wondering, no, I haven't run out of content. It's not like I can't think of anything to put out. It's more so the fact that when I do find something that I put out or want to put out, something in my head just clicks and says, no, this isn't what you want to put out. And yes, many people are constantly telling me, well, find a game that you want to stick to and do this and do that. Find a niche. And I've tried that. That's what I did with Cosmic League, and that's what I did with APB and etc. APB, I would have stuck longer, but the drama that ensued, I couldn't stay around for that. Once again, if you want to see what that's all about, you'll find that in my I'm Sorry video. You'll probably have to dig around for it because it's a little old. And Cosmic League, the company was kind of shooting itself in the foot. I still love the game to death. I still log in and try to play it. But with everything that I'm trying to do, I just don't really have the time to really play it as much as I want to. There's a quick apology about that, Pulsation and etc. Like, I know you guys are still trying to help me try to get into the game, but I just don't really see myself having that time to really squeeze into it. But now you're probably wondering, well, Epsy, what the hell are you trying to do? What are you doing that's taking up so much of your time? And like, it's hard to really explain, but the best way I could intro into this is Epsy herself, she is somebody that I'm trying to use as kind of a doorway to help people see what I'm trying to put out, and that's kind of the whole goal of Project X. It's kind of like a way of letting people see this universe that I've kind of been working on since I was like 9, and like, yeah, if you see me coming at a loss of words here, it's because it's something that I've never really talked about this with anyone at all, and I don't know why. I just felt like it was like, I felt like a clam that had a pearl in its mouth, and you don't want to let it go because you feel like if you do, like, the pearl will just disappear. But I also, like I said, feel like this is something that's holding me back, so I just need to talk about it. And this is kind of where the 400 special kind of comes in. I was going to use that as a means to basically give you, before Project X, which, by the way, is not the real name of the project. I just use that as kind of like a placeholder, so to speak, because even the name itself has something to do with the universe. But yeah, the 400 special was pretty much going to be a glimpse before Project X, just to be able to get a general setting of this universe. And like I said, if we hit it, I'll definitely put it out. If we don't, then whatever. But with Project X, there was going to come along like about 8 more characters that I've been working on since forever and putting together. But jumping away from Project X and jumping back to this universe, because that's what we're really here to talk about. With this universe, like I said, I've been kind of afraid of talking about it, but it wasn't because of the fact that, like, you know, I just didn't want to talk about it as being selfish. I guess it was more fear. And I know that's weird coming from a person like me who's not really afraid of doing certain shit. Like, I'm really not afraid of saying what I have to say or doing what I have to do. But when it came to this universe, I was always afraid that people may not like it, or people just would be, you know, not fond of it. And when I was younger, I remembered putting out a little glimpse of this universe on a certain site. I'm not going to talk about which site, because I know people are going to start trying to dig around for it. People loved it. People loved the hell out of it. And I don't know why I didn't push past that even further. I just didn't really think much of it at the time. But it always stuck around with me, and it just kept expanding. But now it got to the point where all I do is just sit down and talk to Mono about it, or talk to my brother. And by the way, fuck you, because you want to stop talking to me because of the fact that, like, oh, I'm not playing League the way it's supposed to. Fuck you, okay? But yeah, I just have to put that out there. Like, and if you're wondering, if you're watching this video and you're wondering why you're blocked on Facebook and all that, is because you want to be a dumbass over a shit little game. Fuck you. But anyway, yeah, let's get back to this. People are probably like, whoa, Epsy. Whoa. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm not afraid of saying certain shit. But anyway, yeah, like, it just got to the point where all I did with this universe was just talk about it. I would draw certain things. I have a freaking briefcase, not even more bigger than a briefcase, just full of just sketches and everything that I've done on all these years of all these characters and how they evolved and this and that and how everything went on, and you know. But like, yeah, it just became talk, and I didn't want it to just be talk. I want it to be out and about, and people can see it and people can enjoy it. I want people to, in a sense, for lack of better wording, live in this universe. And what I mean by live in this universe, I'm not saying I want to have people, like, you know, lose touch of reality. No. I'm just talking about, like, you know how you get engrossed in a game, or you get engrossed in a story? I want people to get engrossed in this universe to the point where they could kind of be part of it if they wanted to. But yeah, I don't know why I just had this weird sense of fear that just people won't like it, when everyone that I've told about it loved the shit out of it. So now I'm just at this point where now, I think during APB's time, I think about a year and a half before that, no, 2 years before that, I was starting to just take it full force and start pushing it wherever I can, and just, not just pushing the universe, because I didn't really put anything out there for it until now, but just trying to get it out and trying to work on it. And now it's getting to the point where I'm starting to see it start to grow. But now I'm hitting that point where it's just like, well, you're slowing down, what's going on? And quite frankly, what I think the situation is the fact that, like I said, it's not just fear, but it's also like fear of not knowing where to go next. Because I'll be honest when I say this, everything that you see me doing now, be it the editing, the programming, the drawing, it's all, and I am not exaggerating this is all self-taught. I had to teach myself everything on it. when I tried taking classes for some of these things, they were going in completely different directions than I wanted to go. And whenever I tried to look for help to try to help me put this whole thing together, either they flaked out or we weren't on the same wavelength. And it's not that I wanted people to be on my wavelength, but more so they wanted to kind of like basically jilt me, and I didn't like that. And if they weren't jilting me, they were always trying to be negative. This is not how you're gonna get it around. That's not how you're supposed to do it. You have to do it like this person, you have to do it like that person. But the thing is, if I do it like the way this person did it or that person did it, then who am I? I just become another clone of that person. And the last thing I ever want to do is be a clone. This is also a reason why I don't do niches and why I don't stick to just one thing. I don't want to be somebody that's just like a Leafy clone, or a Hey Watch Your Mouth clone, or a Pyrocynical clone, or a Mr. Yakuza clone, or whatever. I want to be who I am. And moreover, if I can see a road to success through my own eyes on how to get there, then I want to be able to push that, no matter how hard that road may be. I mean, like you've heard before, and I've said it numerous times in my videos and to many people that I've talked to, not to brag about it or anything, but because it has left such a big impression on me to understand who I am. I've been homeless before, and I've been homeless before I met Mono, but I've always managed to find a way to get out of those ruts and how to push out and make something of myself from there. I'm not going to start looking down towards what people say is the only way or the way it has to be. There isn't the way it has to be or just the only way, because then people like Bill Gates and etc. wouldn't be successful today. I'm sorry, but they just wouldn't have been. And that's just the thing with me. Like I said, this is why I don't just stick to niches. This is why I don't just stick to, oh, just play one game or this and that. If I just stick to one game, then I'm just that game. There goes my universe. Poof, it's gone. If I just stick to this or I stick to that, then what about everything else that I'm trying to achieve? So that's just why I'm going down this road, and why you probably see my content has been very scattered, and why my channel seems like it's in a very experimental state. But just know that Epsy isn't the most that you're going to see with this channel. And this sounds weird, and this doesn't mean to be an advertisement in any kind of way. It is what it is. You're going to be seeing a lot more characters and etc. jump onto this channel. You're going to see a lot more things pop in that are unexpected. You're going to see, if you're looking very carefully, where I'm trying to kind of show this universe here and there. And I will try to find ways to cleverly put them around, because I've done it in several of my videos. Like, a lot of people didn't catch on, but in my Twitch challenge video, I've actually shown a glimpse of Project X in like its extremely alpha state. But you know, notice how I never talked about it up until now. So yeah, just keep an eye out. Like I said, a lot more is coming with this channel, and don't be shocked when you see this channel kind of take bends and flows and ebbs and etc. It's just the fact that it's just me working towards where I want to be. And like I said, I'm at the point now where I'm starting to see it finally start to happen. So thank you for taking the time to listen to this. Once again, I'm sorry that this dragged on as long as it did. I do want to give a quick shout out to people like Mr. Yakuza and etc. People who have gotten on my back on Twitter and saying, hey, what happened? Why aren't you uploading? Or people saying, what's going on? Is everything okay? You've kind of been gone silent for a few days. You guys staying on my back and wondering what's going on, etc. is what kind of wakes me up again and just makes me say, hey, okay, yeah, something's wrong. Let me take a look into this, because I'm not noticing it myself. And also, if you like what I had to say and whatnot, please leave a like. I mean, I'm not even going to put a like goal for this. Just leave a like if you did. If you felt like this was just too rambling, you're more fond of my other types of content, leave a dislike. And tell me why you didn't like it. But I'm going to get back to trying to get this to where I want to be, because like I said, it's something that I'm really, really, really fond of. It's something that I'm extremely proud of. This is, I guess you could in a sense say, this is kind of my life's work. So I want to really make sure this is something that you guys can really enjoy. Everyone, not just myself, not just you guys, but anyone who may run into it or anyone who might just stumble upon it. But yeah, if anything, be safe guys, have fun, and dive into imagination. Catch you guys later.